Welcome to the presentation on successful implementation of critical thinking in the workplace. Before we begin, let's review the definition of critical thinking. Critical thinking is an art and a cognitive skill of moving first from a description to explanation, then explanation to conclusion, and finally, from explanation to application. A good critical thinker is characterized in terms of knowledge, skills, abilities, attitudes, and habitual ways of behaving. Critical thinking cannot be learned in a classroom, but needs continuous practice in order to gain mastery over it. Let's now look at the importance of critical thinking in the workplace. Critical thinking empowers employees and managers to look beyond conventional solutions. It propels them to look for new and efficient ideas that can help to address problems better. The entire workplace can get involved in the critical thinking process. It enhances team spirit and gives a reason for people of diverse backgrounds to work together. It provides an option for companies to develop many viable solutions to the same issue. As a result, they can offer a range of solutions to their clients, which enhances companies' flexibility. Critical thinking naturally facilitates workplace innovation. Comprehensive analysis of an issue brings up information that can be applied to many other situations. Once questions are raised during a critical thinking exercise for one particular topic, solutions to other unresolved topics automatically get addressed. Consequences of critical thinking for an organization. You need to have a clear purpose in mind for planning effectively. The comprehension and absorption of critical thinking abilities results in several positive results. Critical thinking helps greatly in developing problem-solving skills. It paves way to measure possible solutions, as evidence is collected through multiple criteria. This enables individuals to arrive at a solution with a good level of confidence in problem-solving. Many decisions are taken without thinking too much, as people are often asked to deal with problems which require immediate solutions. Practicing critical thinking can ensure both quick and effective decision-making. It has a positive impact on the relationship between people working within the same team, as well as between people working at different levels. It ensures that everybody's opinion is actively valued and duly taken into account. Let's now understand when to implement critical thinking. Critical thinking is to be applied while taking decisions. Pressed with lack of time, it is normal to look for quick fix solutions. However, they may not be effective in the long run. One must use critical thinking skills, as they help to understand, analyze, and draw inferences from statistics. This enables people to take logical decisions based on analyzing and inferring the available data. We come across various people who advise and provide suggestions pertaining to various aspects of our daily lives. There is nothing wrong in heeding to the suggestions, but we need to properly understand and evaluate them critically before taking a final call on the decision. Critical thinking skills come handy in such situations as well. Critical thinking helps judge between the right and the wrong by weighing the relative advantages and disadvantages of a decision before identifying the suitable one. What is the best way to approach a problem through critical thinking? Here are some steps that can serve as a guide. The primary step in reaching a solution is pinpointing the problem area. Problems may appear simple and need less expertise to solve them, but once we go deeper into analyzing the problem, the true nature of the problem comes out. Learn more about the problem situation. Look for possible causes and solutions by checking files, calling suppliers, or through brainstorming with workforces. Evaluate the evidence by taking into consideration where the information comes from. Does it represent various points of view? What biases could be expected from each source? How accurate is the information gathered? Is it a fact or an opinion? Draw conclusions from the gathered evidence and find solutions. Then, weigh the advantages and disadvantages of each alternative. Select the best alternative and find ways of implementing the plan. Select an alternative and put it into action. Then, follow up on the decision by monitoring the results of implementing the chosen plan. Evaluation is done once we understand and analyze what is said or written, and the reasons offered to support it. Never put evaluation ahead of the other steps, otherwise, we will be guilty of rush to judgment. Now that you are familiar with the steps involved in critical thinking, let's look at the do's of critical thinking. As the saying goes, the one who questions nothing, gains nothing. Thus raise genuine questions to enhance the critical thinking skills. Formulating the problems clearly and precisely eliminates almost half the complexity of the problem. Therefore, list down the problem in simple, concise and clear terms. Gather and assess the required information, and interpret it effectively using intellectual and abstract ideas. Communicate effectively with your team, as this helps in figuring out solutions to complex situations. Effectively communication with your team eliminates confusion, and allows you to get your work done more quickly and efficiently. Think open-mindedly within alternative systems of thought, recognizing and evaluating, as need be, their assumptions, implications, and practical consequences. Now let's look at the don'ts of critical thinking. It is best that we don't judge in the absence of sufficient evidence to support a decision. It may mislead us and we may end up with false inferences. Every individual can bring some knowledge to the table. It is best not to underestimate others' capabilities. There is no point panicking in any situation that might put us at stake. Unnecessary tensions only magnify our tensions but do not fix the issues on hand. Finally, it is important that we don't stubbornly stick to ineffective decisions simply because our pride will not let us admit a level of failure. Also, if we are not open to new suggestions, we may miss out some effective ideas. Conclusion. Critical thinking tests the validity of assumptions or beliefs by applying a set of cognitive skills such as interpretation, analysis, evaluation and inference. Thank you.